Video, we're going to take a look at the background Genie. The background Genie in the edit panel allows you to quickly create backgrounds for your style. So let's just first start off by selecting the header. So we've selected the heading, and let's say we want to have a gradient background. Now there's two ways you can make a gradient background. One is you could go by yourself and generate an image of a gradient. And I've just brought up the background Genie here by clicking this button, and what you'll see is we have two options. We have generated and we have custom. And if I go take a look at custom, what it's going to do is it's going to actually show me all of the images in the style folder, and I can just go select one of those images. I can choose to import another one. I can set the positioning on it, how it's located inside of the background, how it's repeated, how it's attached. I can also set the color of the background color. So for instance, if I went here and I selected that, you can see that there's a background color like that. But I can also actually go and get color information from the image. So I can automatically select, which what this does is it tries to select the best color it thinks. Or I can do select from lists, and it's actually brought up a list of all of the colors in that image, and you can just actually select one and click OK, and you'll see that it's done that. Now, this wouldn't be really what I want for this style. What I really want to do is I want to do a generated background. So the generated background uses the features in Alpha 5 that allow us to automatically generate images. These automatically generated images are actually how they're set up. They're stored in the image URL, which means that when the server is asked for them by the style sheet, it's going to automatically generate these images, it's going to cache them, and it's going to send them down the client. The nice thing about this means that these images are never actually in existence in the style builder. They're more meta images, which means that you can edit them multiple times, you can tweak the colors in them, you can change all sorts of aspects of them. So for the time being, let's just go take a look at, for instance, we'll say we want the fill style to be glass horizontal, and then we'll say maybe we want the color to be a specific color, and the accent color, which is going to be sort of the opposing color, to be just a very white color. And what you'll see is we've quickly got this glass gradient that took us moments to generate. We can just click OK and see that it's actually filled it in right there. Now, if our image was higher, if our content was higher and the background was higher and we wanted something that was aligned to the bottom, we could easily just set the position to bottom right. If we want to make it larger, taller, we can set the size to be, say, 20. There are a number of different types of fill styles. There's solid fill styles, which allow you to do a transparency. What you'll see is this grid in the background gives you an idea of how transparent it is. And we have horizontal styles, which you'll see just do a horizontal gradient. We also have vertical gradients, which allow us to do this. Then you'll note that the position is either top or left, and if we go bottom or right, you'll see it switches to the other side. We also have a number of patterns, and these patterns can be kind of nice for doing certain things. You might want to use, for instance, the diagonals in order to indicate some error or something. I use that quite a bit in the style sheets myself. But for this time, what we're going to do is we're just going to go and set it to be glass, and we're going to click OK. And what you'll see is that very quickly we've actually gone in and we've generated this image. And any time that we want to, we can just click on it, bring back the builder, and it's automatically torn that apart, and it's sort of set all the values directly in, and we can just automatically get to this and say, no, we wanted to do, for instance, a gradient horizontal just straight up, and I click OK. And so it leaves it with this very dynamic and editable experience for generating backgrounds.